first contact, but again, nothing too subtle about this one. It does look like that A hit will be coming through, and there is a stack already waiting here.
Sugetsu going to find the other side there. Mystic will fall in main. Actually finds the second as well. Enzo and Althea actually good for the trades here, but Angel with the pinch is perfect there. Does get shut down. Brings it to a 2v2 now. Zipan going exploring as well, and Althea will find his third.
I want to see how this man handled, tier 1, right? Coming out of regionals and going into the big leagues, and him holding his own, because Durka was a million miles away. He was in another galaxy at this point, but Ardis unsure of the positions. Now going to be confirmed.
Beautifully
and Althea,
done.
what a start from the man. Really nice little debut here.
They're coming onto a roster like this anyway.
Oh, for sure. And a lot of people, if you looked, through the VLR pages or anywhere else, this man, to me, always stood out his chamber work, right? That was the big thing. I was like, oh, wow, they're going to have a really nice meta pick with this guy. And he is just tearing him up as raised. You're already showing a little bit of depth here as to, okay, well, it's not just that chamber 1 trick that they've picked up. Actually, this guy's got some real nice depth to him, and it's looking comfortable. So, for now...
A showstopper in round 2, by the way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, he's putting his authority on this game. He's going to have to post that eventually. Doesn't quite get to Xiao, who are on the other.
Bringing in 2 Bulldogs into this anyway.
One enemy remaining.
Enzo will pick up Sugetsu. Last one should be there as well. Xiao will fall. 4 survive, and yeah, maybe a little overusage there with the ultimate, but a massive deal.
No, not the end of the world by any means. And if it's a confidence boost for this guy, that's more important for me than that's a theoretical impact, which if you're playing by the book, right, as you said, if you're gonna try and play it by the percentages, you want to keep that ultimate for when it could have the most impact potentially and swing around. But if he's feeling himself, if he's just kind of going through the motions, I want to keep a player like that feeling confident. I don't mind him having a little bit more freedom in that regard. However, we look at what FPX can get out of this, and that's not a bad beginning, at least for Angel. Gonna find Enzo and create some opportunity, but do they get that spike through? It looks as though it's going to be going down. So again, this is not bad by any means, but the retake crew is here. Zipan going to put to work. This is going to be 2 players coming his way. The nade's already going to go through. Decent enough trades, but again, you're down to 1. Any more damage would be nice, but we know that they're being quite frugal with the funds, so they're not exactly overspending here for FPX.
Ooh, did Althea catch the... Oh, wow. Aware of it anyway. Yeah.
I got a little nervous. I was like, hold up. Deal of utility if they want to take this space, just by the amount of utility invested and the presence noted, and the crunch comes in, but actually getting proactive just when needed, and Ardis back to the wall, but can only get 1. Althea is absolutely unleashing as well at the same time, still controlling over by Dish and that overextend, and now look what's remaining. Angel and Xiao have to play it back in. That spike left deep far away, but both are unawares, but 2 more players very much aware now of Angel's position. Where's the next string to this? Well, keep in mind, Xiao not really with him yet, still a mile away from this, so Angel on his own gonna have to just maybe temper the pace a little bit here. See if he can find a moment's punish. That was lovely. Good little bit of a bait coming out. Angel working through that utility. And away we go. Althea ignoring the...
That's going to result in Angel actually retrieving the spike. They'll get it down, actually.
What's Xiao's positioning like for the crossfire? Does he at least have a little bit of room to work on this one? Or?
Well, he's tucked into spawn.
Okay.
This is going to be a beautiful crossfire setup here.
This is really tasty. Okay, Fnatic have their work cut out. Now, they do have the rifle upgrades, though. You can see both of them have collected some on the way. Angel still controlling by tower. So Xiao potentially...
He's got the fake as well in main.
Notice. Oh, it's nice stuff here. And Angel just laying the trap, laying in wait. They look none the wiser to this. And look at all the attention being drawn to the other side. And Angel finally shows his hand, takes down Althea, but now the time's on his side. But he does need to check on this one because Enzo, he's actually come off the defuse as well, gets to halfway. Angel's surely won this round. I don't think he can lose it at this point. The time is there, and it's perfect work from Angel. That is the brilliance of Yoro.
So, a Guardian in the hands of
confidence. And
yeah, look.
Oh, he was blinded. He was so blind. If he came out of that just a second earlier, there was a chance he had potentially 2 kills teed up for him, but just ate the flash a little too early.
Look at Angel.
Couldn't make much more of it, but
steeping into tower.
You're not wrong. What does Angel do with this now? Well, I don't know if they expect that this has been taken already.
Problem being,
Durka's already looking this way.
Shower's fallen, so there's nothing else to break line of sight here, so Durka's operator can really do work. But he is actually forced back. Zipan actually a little bit of suppressing fire there. Durka has to wait for the reinforcements.
Zipan desperate to try and break that vice-like grip that they had, and it has effectively traded out for FPX, and there it is. Sugetsu gonna find Mystic in the end, and somehow battling their way outside of that operator that Durka was.
Formation. You can see Alpha actually comes up in. The stun is perfect, though. That set piece is beautiful, Lauren.
This is something else. FPX have been cooking up a treat. They've been in the kitchen making something delicious for us today. And that's just, again, just a small slice of what's coming through. Now, again, it's not over yet because Fnatic still have players in the positions. You got Boaster delivering towards Ardis. You already had Angel taken away from this equation. Boaster with the upgrade didn't quite have time and doesn't quite need it. The Frenzy going to be more than sufficient, leaving just Zipan in a 1v2.
No time?
Now, again, you're right. It's all about time, and he doesn't have a second more of it. So with all that good intention and concept from FPX, the answer, an Angel goes into a different dimension. How does he handle him though? He doesn't, because the crossfire's still there. Ardis swiftly deals with Alpha Air though, so that should at least remove some of this. And you can see the Boaster now sweating bullets on it. Yeah, Shao, quick to come through. And with all that was said at the start of this round, this is still possible. I mean, they've got the upgrades now. The HP, yeah, it's a little low, but where's that spike? It's down, it's ticking, it's in the right place. How do they clear this comfortably? I don't know if they do. Enzo gets a tag.
Yeah. Durka's the one you've got to see to find an opener here, though, Lauren.
How is he going to ever effectively win this? Well, that's going to help. Taking down Enzo, noting the other. Zipan's now gone, and it's going to be the last player in tower. And Sugetsu is low HP. Baited out, now noted, forced to fight. And Fnatic once again keep control. A really key retake. And it wasn't a comfortable, really dissuading much of what FPX are up to anyway. Enzo spot one working towards site, and that's now the spike loss.
Zipan's got himself tucked in bottom site here, but FPX unable to really find any angles now. They have to try and greet this rotation here. Sugetsu going to find Durka. Actually, Shao's going to double down, find Mystic as well, but the spike is in that Viper's pit, Lauren.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all. Don't know how you're going to comfortably get that back. Zipan, that's going to help. That is indeed going to help. But look at the trade out. As soon as that happens, Boaster and Alpha Air both find contact and both succeed. Now, yes, the spike's going to go down, but Zipan... What? He found Zipan just straight through the smoke, and Shao outdone. Who is this young gun coming into this? I know that we're all excited about the Yoru pick, but right now I'm a little excited about Fnatic picking up Alpha Air. This guy looks absolutely a different breed coming into this game. Something completely different. Durka, well aware that there was problems just around this corner, and Angel going to continue forward. Does get himself towards sight at the very least, but Enzo now feeling a little surrounded. Going to only get one here. Durka's bailed him out towards Ardis, but again, you're going to be down to two. And these rounds are getting a little close. Don't get me wrong. A couple of decent trades, little bits and pieces. But we're going to be at a 7-2 scoreline pretty soon.
Yeah, it's a huge deficit for FPX to find themselves in. To get to... Actually does win out that engagement Alpha, yeah. Angel will grab a Bulldog here, and actually the neural theft will reveal the information. You can see Mystic already made his way towards B site. As Durka posts up, he's holding a...
30 seconds
and the plant is good for drop, though, so Sugetsu... I mean, he's the one you've got to keep your eye on here, as Angel actually going to fall immediately.
He has to get proactive. He needs the pick now. He's going to get one. Has to be paced, though. Has to be quick. He made a damn good attempt of it. Not quite enough, kind of thing. And Mystic joining him on this. And Mystic delivering on it. Zipan gone. And once again, control maintained over by Dish.
Fake out here from Angel coming through. Actually going to set off the trap, but the TP into tower once again. Time with the Cosmic Divide, and Durka will be punished.
Huge punish on Durka. And Ardis just bulldozering in, finding Boaster, and you're going to be down to 3.
30
the
seconds
two
left.
New additions joined by Mystic. Spike planted. Not an easy round, but Mystic going to be proving his value there. Finds Angel.
Another showstopper.
Brings it back to an even keel. And gosh, you're right. Another bloody showstopper.
I mean, he could actually send the showstopper in with this fault line here. I think they're trying to set him up to be able to satchel in.
Well, it looks a little shaky around the edges, but he can at least clear towards tower, take that space away, notes at least one player's position, has to send it for the taking the space, but now they need to hold on to this. The spike is going to be a problem. Sugetsu.
It didn't pull off the spike. They're just sticking it.
He just has to sit this if he can. Xiao's gonna find Enzo in the time. I just can't believe what we've just witnessed.
His third. Durka swinging out now. Ardis going to be the first to fall. Durka double dips. Xiao is picked off as well. FPX so early on find themselves at a disadvantage.
And it's almost without danger of a trade, right? The beauty of having that chamber that I genuinely thought we'd have Alpha here on, but Durka showing so much comfort here. Gonna have to respect eventually the utility coming in. And you can see the similar game plan coming out. Durka not gonna fall for it this time. They know the tower is gonna be a problem, and they're desperately trying to isolate Durka here, but Angel going for plant. Just about going to see those bullets going past, and actually makes it back towards tower.
Who's next? My ult's not ready.
Send out a little information probe, but Enzo punching Sugetsu brings it to a 2v5 for Zipan and Angel here. Rolling Thunder comes through. Just a matter of time for Angel. He's got to find the ace to clutch this one out. Falls at the first hurdle. Boaster. Gonna
feel as cool. Oh, that's distracted me. And Durka not being distracted for a second. He's being dominant on this. Now they've lost the tip of the spear. Angel was happy to take
Thunder here. Might actually be the pinch towards sight. Durka does have his TP to get out though. Oh, he's punished.
It doesn't get out of it that time. 7 HP is all that's left for Zipan, but he does at least claim one with a Mystic. Outdone. Sugetsu quicker on it. And actually, a bit of a brawl for FPX. There it is, working out the back of the Rolling Thunder, and now down to 2. Althea and Boaster. Zipan gonna put...
What?
Okay, the double down. All right, this guy.
They got Cosmic Divide as well.
2v2. The divide now goes in. It all looks so possible. Can they divide these final 2 players? Althea still wants more. Still going to head forward. You got Ardis on the site. You got Xiao watching the cross. The smoke goes up, and now he's got at least a little bit of a second to try and work with. Spots another. Takes another. This guy is just on an absolute mission. But Xiao.
Boaster.
The
headshot on both.
Think. Oh, it's easy work. It's light work for the man. Perfect positioning, and Zipan just going to be overwhelmed. Going to take at least one with him, but it was effectively traded out, leaving poor little Xiao in a 1v4. And I've heard many stories of 1v5s with pistols and such and so on. I've never heard this fairy tale.
Haven't you?
No, I haven't. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, no,
see, it's fine. Don't. Why are you doing that to me?
Then they weren't taking any of that nonsense afterwards.
Yeah, they were so prepared for what felt like I don't want to call it cheese. Cheese feels almost discrediting that play, but those kind of quirkier plays, those kind of pocket pieces that you can bring out once in a while. But you're right, the level of adaptation the Fnatic brought out to identify that quickly was very, very impressive, considering it's a roster that doesn't have potential comfort yet. When you've been playing with people for a long time, you have comfort there, you kind of play with those synergies much better, but they've done very well already.
Well, the important part to note as well is without a timeout, so it's literally on the fly, round by round, that both calling things like this. These little adjustments in the defensive setup, and Fnatic do find their 11th.
So we'll see. As down to 20 seconds, we are into what they like to call the Na'Vi rounds, I do believe. Close are going to find Ardis at the very beginning, and the spike's going down. And unless Angel stops this, no one will.
Actually, yeah, Durka's going to punish that. Xiao comes through, finds one. Alpha going to respond onto Zipan though. Now Fnatic find themselves at a 4v2. Xiao and Sugetsu got to consider coming through here. They're hesitant. Durka's got to be the first one to find, and he's going to stand strong.
Yeah, solid work, and then the wrap coming in. Xiao is still barely alive and breathing. He's read the play really well on towards Enzo at least, but he's just being toyed with. Yeah. There's so few opportunities for actual work. You can see our players playing with him. Oh, we've got a showman on our hands, do we? Okay.
We really
There's
do.
Not enough stars, though.
That's what I'm hoping for. Get into the first event, another stage Starzo.
Pretty please.
Angel.
Bye. Bye.
Not close enough to make it work, but you said we'll come out actually hurting from that one. Zipan, the next line of defense here, but Fnatic actually going to navigate their way around them. Enzo spots out the poison orb, but okay, the fadeaway still finds the one tap.
Well, this game looks all but cooked, doesn't it? Sugetsu and Xiao, last 2 alive. And it's not looking comfy on the side, is it? No, Durka makes it less so. And Sugetsu now He's going to get a rifle, but I mean, it feels absolutely done. 13-3. Mike, this has...
They seen an opener, but here, actually, Ardis will find Durka as the opener. Get this round off.
The swing off the back of that could have been quite nice, but didn't quite get what they wanted. Actually get sent packing by, I think it was Angel, who was more than prepared for that swing on main. I'm going to take their attention over towards short, where Bose is waiting with a frenzy. Now that's a little bit of a problem, because this is prime territory, and that flash was far
the
from
trail.
primed. And you're right, the trail gives it all away.
So again, closing down that kill perfectly. But Fnatic bringing it to a 2v3, and considering how this started, definitely doable here. They've done the hard work.
Well, Enzo's going to have to put the hours in now.
Bring them down.
Here's another Prowler. At least going to force a little bit of information to come out on the site itself, force Zipan back further. Mystic going to take a little bit more space, tap on the spike itself, and probably a swing towards short. Now he's actually down to get to, but it forces a trade out from Zipan, who is very well prepared. So not a bad first round here for FPX, and that little crunch on B main just didn't quite go the way Fnatic had intended.
No, again, it happened off screen, so again, exactly how that first blood came about. Boaster did his best here, again, making the frenzy absolutely work for him, and catches that.
Yeah, I've got questions, some of which I may not find an answer to, and Boaster absolutely unaware and just softened.
Spike planted.
As Fnatic looking to do as much damage as possible. Now, Zipan has actually just popped off, found two comfortably. And Enzo, well, a mile away.
In Narnia, yeah, still trying to take this engagement with Ardis over towards B main. The trap, going to keep him tucked in here, will be spotted nice and early.
Nice.
Ardis closes things out. 4 survives, so again, you can write off the purchase there.
Now, I do want to see how Boaster fares here. Oh, he's cooked. It was the one offset there that could have potentially really halted this, but Angel just going to power through. You could see the attention to detail trying to deal with the doorway, and almost deal with the short attention early, and actually caught through the smoke as well. Ardis comfortably finding Mystic, and this is a tragedy for Fnatic, looking a little rusty in this regard, whereas FPX, comfortable thus far. Let's see if there's any potential in this retake. Bear in mind, they do still have rifles, but plenty of upgrades now sitting with FPX as well, so they're not exactly under-equipped.
Bring them down.
Let's see if that Prowler's going to find much. It's just time. Yeah, and it looks like the rifles are more important, so it looks like a 3-play save coming into this, or coming out of this, should I say.
And that right there is the lead in terms of the finances I was talking about. Potential for Angel to do a little bit of damage, but a Spectre at this range, it's optimistic. But look who's there for the backstab. Ardis is already back towards B main.
Oh, he could cost them so much, and Durka seems...
This A-piece, looks like it might be repeated. Again, the utility perfect. Boaster this time around, the adjustment towards Heaven will grant him a kill onto Angel, but elsewhere, yeah, Ardis has found Durka on the other side of the map toward B main, winning out once again on the extremity here, and hasn't pulled an immediate rotation. Alpha kind of drifting through spawn now.
This is where it gets tricky, isn't it? Because, but by now you can see how close FPX are. Boaster already in trouble. The flash, super valuable. And again, short, they are being held up a little. Boaster still given chances. And there's support now here. FPX getting caught up on this cross, buying a couple of valuable seconds for Fnatic to get to the right place. This 2v2 is all feasible now. The Prowler going to go and does at least catch to get to on the side, but the response in kind. Xiao, so prepared for this. Enzo up on top. Looking for these two players. He knows where they are now. He has to find them. The spray transfer. I thought maybe he could have... We just have to wait and see if FPX's default can catch this and what the plan may be. And Xiao starting to address the problems that could be presented. And the Prowler doesn't find Alpha. So again, he has gone unnoted. And how long does he wait? Squats 1 waits. Squats 2. He waits and he delivers.
Spike down mid.
That's huge impact already. And now Xiao starting to sweat a little here. Tagged up as well. And that's the problem. Alpha here. This guy's a monster.
No way.
He's doing it all himself. I said they had to address the problem.
No.
They've got to address this, man. He's unbelievable. But now FPX do need to kind of keep in mind eye towards middle, because I feel like Fnatic's answer is now to apply a bit more pressure towards it. It was one of the unaddressed areas, and there was a bit of a brawl on this, but FPX still went out with the effective trade at the end.
And the
Bolster
res.
going down and Durka going down, and you're right, the rest is there and available. Now, Alpha, yeah, you made a huge impact before. You're not going to get it this time. Sugetsu puts him to bed, leaving just Enzo alive, and that wall's going to deny the vast majority of what he wants. Going to take Artist with him, but the final 3, not going to be so easy.
No res is safe, on a sense, when everything is paper thin.
Spike planted.
Enzo, yeah. Big Clinton fanboy.
Aren't we all?
Enzo, though, the 1v3, the first will fall. Zipan,
Well, don't give him individual fights.
yeah, a little overzealous with that one, to be honest, but the door will close now. Get a comfortable setup on site. Enzo, 55 HP.
And FPX being halted on this push through market. While Durka still has this space, it can create a nasty little crossfire in the push out. So Xiao will eventually need to really work on trying to remove him if they do want to continue on this pathway. Looks like it's going to be smoked in as well, almost baited in.
Beautiful
Enzo going to
reveal.
unleash. This is gorgeous. This is exactly why Fade is a real fiend in these rounds.
Sit here for the retake, and they both get invested.
There it is. How much damage to do?
Angel,
Not
though.
enough. Angel still going to catch 2 of them. Alpha and Boaster go down. Mystic with a trade on towards him, but now they still need to find more facts out towards sight. Mystic trying to clear towards Hell, but there's so many other problems. Zipan caught as well. Enzo's crossfire holds on this. Durka needed that shot, doesn't quite get it. It's the 3v2 making the 3v1. Enzo's down. And FPX with stand.
Wow.
Thing here is going to be Durka, who might swing through the smoke. Let's see what the timing's like on this. And there it is. Durka does push the smoke. And he finds one, but both with the timing on the push out as well. Mystic's going to capitalize towards Xiao, and you said it, without utility, this hit was going to be pretty difficult. But they still have 2 standing, 2 on their feet to get to an Angel. And Angel's dipped towards the side. He's got a chance on this. Slips through the net, but now there's a problem. He has to try and find more here. A 2v2. Both players tucked in towards Heaven. They've got the spike back to hand. 10 seconds now to get that plant down. Angel has to hold this. He has to keep his teammates safe. Prowler gonna go in, force him back towards Hell. Does allow Sugetsu some time to swing, but you can see already Rafael desperate to try and get in there, but it's Enzo. The spacing was good. The positioning was decent enough for Enzo to get.
Yeah, but both players for Fnatic tucked into backside. That fragment is going to force one player out, and that's Xiao going to punish.
Certainly does. Alpha is still here though, still standing and still fragging at least for one.
Xiao,
Didn't get much
man.
more, and Xiao's right there. Fnatic struggling to handle this for now. You're going to have Mystic Puck towards PT and Boaster trying to work it back in through middle, but we already know that the player had held that mid position for a while now, and it is Artis. So Mystic, 50 HP and a bit of a dream at this point to try and remove these players. But again, I've got to talk about the stuff of timing on this one, but it does seem as though there's a level of awareness on the other side. Yeah, definitely now. And Durka again. This Artis v Durka fight is going Artis' way. Up there, stunning aim, please, towards Angel. But again, the out, I guess, gunning, when you look at the purchase, is in effect.
Enzo, I feel like Enzo hit about 10 shots with a classic there. It's very rare you don't see somebody get a kill from that scenario. The door is closed on Boaster. We'll get himself an upgrade, but in this scenario, the 1v4 should...
Of elimination, they seem all too aware, and they're still being quite reserved on the exit too. I like they've kept Zipan around just long enough as well to make sure that there's no potential danger. And you're absolutely right. They're going to be keeping these rifles unless Boaster does something near on impossible at this point, as he looks like he's backing away to their spawn as well. But scoreline-wise, FPX all but aware. And Artis again finds Boaster.
Just can't find Angel, though.
No.
Zipan.
And again, these mid fights, they're still working out for FPX.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just death bally. There's so many bodies here. And maximum is going to be, what, 2 people on the side of Fnatic contesting mid. FPX putting their numbers to work.
Teleport's ready.
Well, we've been seeing that someone like, Durka has been trying to find loopholes in this ways to poke through, and the timing doesn't work out. Does he even catch a pixel?
This mid setup is disgusting as well. There's one tucked in behind a refrigerator, one to sub Rosa.
Oh, the flash is great. Oh, the bailout though. Enzo just about gets there in time. The post of the ult comes out, and actually there's a fight on this. So now we've got Xiao and Artis, maybe a little baffled, but the double stack on short working perfectly for Fnatic here. Spike is down in middle, and that's probably the biggest issue.
30 seconds left.
Fear will be revealed with that. Actually, Can't close out that kill. Yeah, they can't actually remove that kill with Durka and Enzo still applying a little bit of pressure. The cross is difficult.
They've got the spike. They've got 13 seconds. Althea just needs to hold this.
Look away,
cross. That's all he's
reposition
got to do. And now the Prowler.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is great. This is everything you'd want. Althea, great reposition, good pace. I think Boaster was aware of the chance. He slipped back to that nice little headshot position. Falls out that there's some naughtiness afoot. Zepan does find Mystic.
Down, B.
And the spike is now down, but certainly not lost. Well within arm's reach. But the early destruct just coming out purely at this point from FPX is a problem. Now they have to work back in the site. They have little to no information on it, and they're just going to have to go for it. Durka going to lead his way in. Alpha is on to find Angel, and actually Fnatic Death falling their way forward. This is working out.
Fan going to try and flash through here. Artist can swing at the same time, but he's punished. Durka and Alpha find one. Sugetsu, last one. The paint shell posted in. Good for the first and the second, actually. For Fnatic. Make use of...
Respects it and understands there could be someone else swinging off the back of that there looks like they were potentially off. Oh, the shot from Zepan, it's a stunner. Catches Boaster completely unawares.
Removes the smokes.
Well, you're on the money. Yeah, this becomes a little bit harder to hit, but you can see Durka trying to find the timing on this, but there is still 2 players on site, and there's a shorty. Say hello to his little friend. Gonna find Durka. And they've just chipped away at Fnatic. Like, you got 3 standing. Yeah, they're better equipped, but by numbers alone. And speaking of numbers, 30 seconds on the board, Mike. They're running out of time.
Yeah, look at where Angel's got to as well.
30 seconds.
Got himself all the way out into A lobby. Fnatic have to
he's gonna hear
scramble
all of
to get
this.
through.
Oh, good damage. You'll put your life on the line for that. That's not bad. Chip damage as well.
And they're both about 50 HP here.
And the cross, you're right, it's Angel who's going to be such an issue. If he just wants to step out a little bit deeper, denies the plant.
Spike down
And
A.
yeah, fake music. It's Angel playing in the song, and FPX. I mean, by hook or by crook, they pull it. Working with far less than they'd want. Artist here, going to get a shoulder shown.
Spike down mid.
Sticks around for anyone, a little bit of chip damage to follow as well. The tag's going to come out in middle, but it's not masses. Flash towards market. Not going to find anyone, but it'll at least allow them to cross. You can see FPX sitting a little deeper here, making Fnatic work for their dinner.
I guess you forced off the angle, though. That's it. I think the Prowler just caught him as well.
They've definitely closed the gap, but again, it's going to be difficult with classics and odds and ends. If this was a bit more bite to the round, I'd have been on board, but not to be. FPX 4 standing in because I'm seeing Shao hit that rotation towards short.
Durka might have the god timing, though, here. He's ahead of the one-way.
Oh, he absolutely is. Angel, unawares, surely has to pay it some sort of credence now, but Dirk with a great punish for the trade-outs effect. But FPX still holding numbers, and Angel still holding main. Enzo desperate to trade out, but Shao's not allowing it. FPX put their foot down on this round. I don't know what Boaster can do now.
Good for the first, but 3 survive. FPX is looking drilled.
Doesn't look like that's the case.
Not sure why.
No, me neither, but at this point, Fnatic have a little to work with. They spent the vast majority of the round trying to deal with that, extremity fight, potentially get some of these orbs going, and, well, they've just kind of ignored it once they garnered that potential. FPX fought for that. You could see it was tailor-made to keep control of it. They had to eventually back away, but Artist double-check. Oh, Enzo, that's the shot, but it's all really feeling like it's for nothing. Pads out the stats a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It's 12 for FPX now.
Any thoughts?
Head empty, no thoughts, actually, Mike.
Okay.
That's not bad, though.
I guess they just know they're winning this round, right?
Yeah, they're like,
Yep.
Don't worry, Durka. We'll let the rest do the work. Durka's 1 HP at the moment.
Watch him find 3 kills.
Of course. Back up to his 6 HP now, don't worry. I'm gonna bait that res.
Strength to strength. Oh, well. Durka's down.
Oh, he's dead. And now Shao and Zepan up against Boaster, Althea, and Enzo. Now, looking at progress-wise, I want to see if Zepan can cut this rotation off. If they middle, he has the dirtiest little off angle. Althea better check this or he's dead. Doesn't even predict it.
Look who's in spawn,
and
though.
Deeper. Yeah. I mean, Enzo at least took the safer route. That is one bonus, so he will be at least able to potentially get around to the site unscathed. Then Boaster waiting. Has to secure this, though. Has to keep this safe. And it is for now. Perhaps Spike, no one's taken the bait. The secondary plant.
This is an early pop there. Whether or not the ultimate would be better used here, with, especially with an Odin.
Spike planted.
Coming back in on the retake here, but
Remaining.
Zepan finds it. He comes through 4 on the round for him, Lauren. They're going to close this out. Saw previously from FPX, Enzo going to try and get a little bit of damage here, and actually, yes, Xiao will eat a lot of that, but the heal will come through. Should negate pretty much all of that damage early on.
Yeah, 5v5 retake at this point. You see that late lurk building behind as well, but it's Angel to start things off towards the side, so Althea is going to be removed from the equation, and Angel still standing, but only for a moment longer. Enzo dives on the site, finding 2. Angel and Xiao deleted. Wall goes up. Stepan wants to deal with that as quickly as he can. He can't quite do it. Boaster going to find Sugetsu. And now a 3v2 for the spike. It's being stat as we speak. Mystic ain't moving, and Boaster's still doing as much as he can. Zipan can't get there in time. And Fnatic pull it off.
A wall.
Do see what Durka does with this.
Unnoted.
Oh, this huge timing could have been so much better for him. I thought he could get 2.
Does have a second, but actually the snake bite a little late here.
Not going to quite find the timing they wanted, but Fnatic's still going to hold on for 2 in this, leaving it down.
Again.
You're right. Sugetsu trying to play a little bit of a different angle than Ardis. I don't think he can really deny this one. It's not really planted for the position he's going to be in. No, going to at least find Althea, but that's about that. Fnatic going to find 2. And Mystic going to find the last as well. So again, Fnatic off to a good start.
Tucked up a little deeper on site, though.
So a little bit of a switch up in that regard, you're right. Now, sadly for them, they do only have the pistols to play with, so it's not going to be the perfect post plant, but it could be workable. Especially if Angel's going to do that sort of work here. Tries to make the most of them as they turn towards Xiao, but it's Sugetsu to find Enzo. And actually now problems starting to present themselves. FPX this time going to make it work. Now there's that disastrous wall of the past, but Xiao this time has none of it. So much better positioning from FPX. Maybe finding a couple of arms.
This side early on. Althea gonna swing, but Zipan in position to punish.
Yeah. Comfortable already in that angle.
Yeah, already now. Just want to slow things down. Sugetsu almost anticipating this A push in this round, which is crazy to consider. So Fnatic have showed no aggression towards this site.
Now, a little bit more utility invested towards B, desperate to try and keep those players enamored with the concept of it. And that's the question, isn't it? Can Mystic do anything with this? And jump spotted, already been seen. All that surprise and potential removed as Sugetsu's going to find it quite quickly. Now they can dip towards the site a little bit quicker. Durka can get there. But already the flash through, going to give them the head start. Force them to fight, and Durka's still going to find Zipan. So they're doing chip damage here, but it is still 4 players, 3 rifles still in play. This is going to need a heroic effort from Durka. Not going to find any more. Yeah, that was the shutdown in the end. So FPX, I quite like the way that they're, showing a little presence. And the early aggressive plays have been mostly handled. Actually, Hunter's Fury going to come out as well. Did that get a tag? Sugetsu an Angel, potentially, yeah. Enzo's going to find Angel as well. Going to force the res to come out.
Look at the push through mid.
Angel trying to slip a little deeper on towards the side, but Mystic found him pretty quickly. Now the ult's going to come in. Again, so many problems. Once that spike goes down, it's so hard for Fnatic to now clear back through. Let's see how they do it. Boaster could be the first one to get foot on towards the side itself. Ardis just didn't notice. Boaster, big punish towards it. Still looking for the follow-up, though. Does FPX still have 3 players here? That Viper's Pit still very much occluding the vast majority of the site. Xiao just playing on the very edge of this. I think he just saw the gun barrel. Didn't quite connect on it. Alpha here going to find Zipan in the back lines. Now just 1 remains. It is going to be Xiao, and only Xiao. And he can't do enough. 2 players remain for Fnatic. Diffuse going to come in. Gun now gone. Mystic going to put himself right in that position. Actually, he catches him completely unawares. That's a spike as well. Oh, that's an issue. Oh, that's a bigger one. Zipan's gone as well. Problems aplenty, and FPX just halted at the door.
Actually, lockdown will go here, so allowing them to re-aimed on the back of this. It's only Ardis that's active right now, but don't expect Fnatic to get overzealous to close out these kills. The spike firmly in control. Tour de Force still online, not a single shot used just yet.
They've got to re-engage at some point.
The spike actually sits the other side of this Viper wall as well. I mean, they can retrieve it, but you see that Sugetsu just yoinks it, but the reveal nearly cost him his life.
Oh, this is so uncomfortable. Beautiful. This is so uncomfortable for FPX. You can see everything they're trying to do is just met by force. Now, yeah, they got a couple of kills, but it'd be a 3v1, and Enzo's still comfortable where he was. It was just discomfort. Doesn't achieve anything. The ult into this. Up here, just gonna be backing away. Yeah, this is easy, light work for the man. Pulls back to the deeper spot. Wall goes up, sure, but no step gained at all. Angel slipped through a little bit, but you could already see the Boast was playing deep on the site. I don't think he's going to be too fussed by this at all. Again, good trade, but it is going to be a 1v3, and this is what we're seeing perpetually throughout the game. And a Fnatic looking unfazed by a deep hold and a heavy lean, right? So it's like you'll have Boast playing a relatively safe position and the rest kind of either exploring towards A or vice versa. However, this time, Artist has plucked Althea away from the site now with the Viper's flank of his life, but he needs time to make this work. So the spike's going to go down, I think, safely, and here it is. This is when it all starts to go wrong. There's one. He didn't quite get the follow-up. He's going to force him in towards the site, so the rest now of FPX have to be ready for this forced hand of Fnatic, and they're making it work. Fnatic still delivering. Durka finds two. Zipan, he's spotted out, and he's taken them Mystic away from the site itself, and now Boast are called upon. Not going to be easy by any means. And there it is. Artis.
Wow.
The impact was there in the end. It looked dicey, but he got there.
And Durka, you see frantically screaming what is seen on the other side of things here. Mystic, once again, posts himself up on top of this wall to deny 410 control. And as he goes over the top, it's beautiful, but quickly traded out by Xiao, and the res comes through.
Oh, and I think Durka just gave away a little bit of the game there. Althea going to bail him out on at least a trade, finding Zipan, but you've got to look at what's remaining, and Sugetsu still stands, gets ahead of it, plays a little ahead of the plant, punishes Althea on the back of the side, and Sugetsu really having a round now. Boaster was a little late to this. Keep in mind, he was trying to look towards B after that flank that did come in last time, and now punished. Artis. No flank here, doesn't have to. Perfectly here. All that utility to clear out the corners. There's still 3 players. Enzo.
Didn't actually clear back box, though. This is...
There's potential for danger. They've cleared Mystic, and there was no trade, no swing, nothing. It was a clean kill. Do they clear it? They do. They still really keep diligent about there. There could have been danger. Althea can't make it work with the Spectre, and now it's Durka in a 1v4. So this does feel like a formality, and it is tied up 5-5.
Fnatic should come here to immediate walk mid here. Artist might be caught off guard here, but again, the barrel of that tour de force. He swings that! Oh, Mystic actually deafened there, and Angel desperate to try and punish it, but Mystic again delivers for Fnatic. Finds himself another kill. Wall goes up. I say finally, some punish comes through onto default. The wall dealt with, the Nano Swarm to prevent the plant, and the Hunter's Fury for good measure. You'd almost want the Hunter's Fury to come second here in this scenario, but not sure if they wanted to try and combo that with the Nano Swarm to find a kill. And the lockdown's the next thing, though. And at 15 seconds left, this is huge.
It's massive. With everything thrown at them, there's nothing more to be done. Time was played perfectly, and I think you're right. You could have offset the Hunter's Fury a little bit. Wall goes up. Wait for that plant to come in. I don't think anything can really deny it for now. No, there's the Viper's Pit committed on the back of it as well.
FPX should be able to set up an absolute stranglehold here. Actually, looking as if they just want to reset away from this. The Viper's Pit will fall almost just to secure the plant here.
The knife did get destroyed. Zipan looking for a quick flash, but the timing's good. Xiao has his back. Or should I say the side, but it's Artist. Delivered 2 bullets there, leaving just Enzo. And it's going to be FPX. You said a bit of a stranglehold in that post plant, and absolutely right. It did come down to 2. I haven't seen a rotation off the back of it. I do see the Prowler being committed, and Artist going to find Durka. That's a big beginning. There's still placing Zipan. Oh, huge detect, but he still gets overwhelmed. Mystic's going to find him there. So quick piece, but there's the early rotation from Angel.
30 seconds left.
Gonna find one. Wall goes up. 26 seconds now. Site has been taken. Nothing really to stop this plant, and Mystic's gonna make it away scot-free.
With the knife onto the wall. Other than that, actually, Fnatic going to be close enough to punish this. Mystic finds a headshot, but
he's got the angle.
No kill on the back of it.
They're happy to play that angle for a while, and actually can take Artist with him, so a bit of a trade-out. 1-for-1 in that, leaving it in a 2v2. Like, however, is in Fnatic's favor. Enzo going to deliver on towards Xiao, leaving Sugetsu in a 1v2, and that close corner, he has no idea. Rafael will reveal the plan eventually. Is Fnatic going to get the and shout?
Oh, he's pinged. He's revealed.
All that intent down to nothing. Mystic's going to clear him pretty easily in the end. Took a little bit of damage for it, but it'll be fine. Spike's planted. Fnatic with 5, and we've got 3 remaining. So this would take a real fumble if anything was going to go astray. See how much damage they can achieve, though. See if there's anything to be found. Sugetsu and Zipan really the ones in position to do something with us. Obviously, Artist can as well. Push forward.
1 enemy remaining.
Catch that. There we are. Mystic, comfortable. No problems. Fnatic keeping 4 standing. But it's not where the rest of the team's at. So with Xiao finding Boaster quite quickly and cleanly, and there's nothing over the back of it, they should be able to hit this rotation pretty quick. It does leave a lot to Ardis here, if they did springboard off the back of this quickly.
The pings coming through from Fnatic on the minimap, though, almost implies Xiao is the next one on the chopping board, but he's able to escape. Zipan finds 2 headshots. Actually, Enzo and Alfeo will fall in mid. Just Mystic and Durka now. See if they can get anything else done in this round. Sure, does Durka get the upgrade from mid there? I think there's a Bulldog to retrieve yet.
Mm-hmm. This has been a relatively flat round so far for Fnatic. I'm not really seeing too much to hold out hope for. With this amount of time left, this is
10
done.
seconds left. 1 enemy remaining.
Best they can hope for would be damage, and they're getting none of it. Yeah, that's Mystic just keeping a rifle for the next couple of seconds, but...
Also, both are going to have to watch this one from the sidelines.
Yeah, but by now the rotations are in. It's not going to be easy for Fnatic, even though they're back up to 4. There's so many players on this site ready for it. There's that lockdown coming in. What does FPX do with this? They try and dip their toes in the water just a little. Has to respect the lockdown, though. And dip out of there just in the nick of time. This has the least facilitated the spike bomb.
Enzo almost got a death wish for that one, but unpunished will get the tag as well. Actually repositions. Durka got a nice angle on the top side. We'll find Shout. As he gives them an advantage here, but immediately ripped away from them.
Yeah, back to this 3v3, but surely Durka's still in such a good position here.
The ace on.
Playing this so well. Surely Alvea's gonna let him have it. There it is. Durka.
Did you enjoy the show?
Gonna put up the numbers. Oh, Angel's up for it. Yeah, it's not gone well either, Durka. Having a lovely start to this round. Barely had to leave spawn for it.
Happy to slow things down as well, Fnatic up. A 2-man advantage is set up, and with where the utility lies, it looks as if this is going to be all in from here on out. 2 players though, Xiao and Sugetsu, ready to greet this, and Enzo will be punished. Now coming through, actually the counter wall on the other side of this should be pretty difficult for FPX to prevent anything else. Oh, Boaster just threads the needle. Sugetsu and Xiao punished. Zipan left to find. And a 1v4 presented. Not sure. What do you say? Is it?
There's so many. There's so many to go for.
Counter-Strike can deliver once again. Sugetsu actually with a very late Viper Spear. Zipan over the top. We'll find Boaster.
That's very uncomfortable now.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds. This is the problem with those late.
They got to scramble for it, yeah. And they should know the Artist is still going to be posted pretty deep. So that's the reason we see them head towards mid. But he's going to catch all this information here. What can Xiao do?
He's got to be good for at least 2 here, surely. Whoa! Oh, Alpha is so quick to it. Zipan going to catch the cross, and with 8 seconds now, Durka, he's got nothing to do but die. They left somewhat blind towards the site and just hope that the hit works. Again, utility, buying time. 15 seconds now. Boaster better do some damage, and it's not worked. 10 seconds now. The clock's the biggest enemy.
10 seconds left.
8 seconds. They're barely on the site. The spike isn't. This round's over.
Yeah, it is. Time will conclude it here. Angel and Sugetsu actually find kills as well. This is, like I said, for now.
Life kept.
Get out of it.
Oh no, Xiao.
absolutely fumbles that one. Alpha gonna punish him for it. The plant comes through much earlier on. Alpha will find his third there. Angel, last man standing. The 1v5. Need the ace to close it out. Finally, Fnatic find a little success here, and they absolutely should be rewarded for it.
It's gone a little closer as Angel, but now gets noted. The 1v5 looking less likely, doesn't it? Because it looked so likely earlier, of course.
Yeah.
As Mystic will close, and I've got to say, Shao with a bit of a fumble on.
With his Viper Spit, Ardiso, will he find a kill ahead of the hit?
2 seconds. 1. He better swing now. He's got 1 and he gets out. That will do the job for him. Does at least punish Durka, but this will allow the spike to be planted. That was the main goal here. Plant utility gets laid on in.
Oster's a little disconnected from this. He's going to be on a late mid lurk, so...
Mark 3.
Actually coming all the way back to B main now, Lauren.
There's a time limit on this. I've got to see him pick up the pace a little bit here if he wants to have actual impact on it.
There's
It
the
looks
Viper
like he's
Spit.
kind of foregone that plan, and you're right. Viper Spit comes in. Angel trying to do any sort of damage he can as well, but it's Mystic to find 2. Angel, Sugetsu, Artist, they're all doing the damage. And where's Poster? Finally comes in. He gets the kill towards Sugetsu. But do they know Alpha here? They do not. He was waiting patiently for that, and that will get them. But they have the players on the right side of the map. 35 seconds now, still ahead of the previous clock the Fnatic were working with. And on the side they go. Xiao's going to find Enzo. Durka still waiting. Xiao again to find Mystic. The difference this man has made purely in this round already. Durka, senses dulled, vision depleted, and Angel with the punish. FPX, they're not giving this up by any means. This side of the map is certainly theirs. And once again, that slower hit just looks out of sorts for Fnatic. And listen.
He's going to.
Well.
What?
Well.
What?
Well.
Delete the VOD. I never said it.
Alfeo with a belter of a start. Artist gonna be kicking himself for that one. Enzo on the overplay gonna find Angel, and it all looks like it's done. Sugetsu now, a great map from the man, but wrong site, wrong time, and a 1v5. I don't see it happening, and that first pick kind of started this downfall. Sugetsu, the undesirable scenario. First contact made, position noted, and everyone closing in. Fnatic really probably going to be enjoying this one. Torturous for Sugetsu, as he will do the best he can. He does find 1, but it's end.